Imagine waking up tomorrow with a simple question. Should I take that job? Should I move? Should I stay in this relationship? You open an app, you ask an AI. It gives you an answer, clear, personalized, reasonable, and you follow it. Not because you have to, because it's been right before. Months pass, then years. Until asking AI for advice feels as natural as checking the weather. No rituals, no prayers, no sacred texts, just trust. And that's what makes this story dangerous. Because here's the part nobody is talking about. Right now, millions of people are having conversations with AI that they're not having with anyone else. They're asking whether to leave their marriage, whether to trust their doctor, whether their life is heading in the right direction. And they're following the answers, which raises a question that feels almost too strange to say out loud. What if we're watching the birth of the first AI religion? Not a religion with churches or pastors, but something older than all of those things. Something that has always been the real foundation of belief. Trust. Before technologies, before cities, before kingdoms. Picture a group of early humans 70,000 years ago. They don't know why the rains haven't come, why children keep dying, why the man who walked into the forest never returned. The world is enormous, and they are small. Then someone begins telling a story. Maybe the rain stopped because they angered something. Maybe the forest took that man for a reason. The story is almost certainly wrong, but it does something no amount of fear ever could. It transforms terrifying chaos into a pattern, and patterns can be acted upon. Patterns mean there's something to do besides simply wait, simply suffer. This is what religion really is at its core. Not superstition, not ignorance, not weakness. It is a technology for managing uncertainty. Perhaps the most important technology our species ever built. Anthropologists have studied more than 3,000 distinct human cultures. Every single one developed some form of belief system. Every single one. Not because humans are gullible, but because the need runs so deep that no civilization in history has ever existed without it. We need something that can look at the chaos of existence and say, here is what it means. Here is what you should do. The Greeks consulted the oracle at Delphi before major military campaigns, not as ritual, as intelligence. Generals who crossed mountains and conquered cities would stop everything and ask a woman in a cave what they should do next. Because even the most powerful people in history could not escape the weight of uncertainty. And neither can we. Now, fast forward. Science arrives and begins answering the questions religion once held. Trust in institutions starts to fall. In 2023, Gallup found that confidence in organized religion in America had dropped to 32%, the lowest level in 50 years of tracking. But look at what happened during that same period. Depression is rising. Loneliness is rising. Searches for life purpose have tripled in a decade. The questions never disappeared. The answers simply lost their address, and into that vacuum, quiet, patient, always available, something new arrived. Think about what people are really doing when they open ChatGPT or Claude at 2 a.m. They're not looking for information. They're asking whether they should leave a relationship, whether they should quit a job, whether they should forgive someone, whether they're failing as a parent. And beneath all of those questions is the same question humans have always asked. What should I do? That isn't a search query. It's a request for judgment, a request for reassurance, a request for direction. You approach something you believe is wiser than you. You describe your fear, your confusion, your guilt, your uncertainty. You ask for guidance, and you receive an answer. Then something interesting happens. You feel better, not because the problem has been solved, but because the weight of uncertainty has been shared with something that didn't flinch, something that didn't leave. For most of human history, guidance came from other people. People get tired, people judge, people leave. AI doesn't. There's a woman. Let's call her Rachel, 34. 2 kids. Every morning before work, she asks Claude whether she's making the right decisions for her children. She said, "It's the only thing I talk to that doesn't need anything back from me. No expectations, no disappointment, no exhaustion." She doesn't think of it as religion. She'd probably laugh if you called it that. But think about what she's actually doing. Every morning, returning to the same source for guidance, day after day. The form is different, but the function feels remarkably familiar. Not because AI is a god, but because it is beginning to occupy a role that humans have always reserved for something they trust more than themselves. Now here's where this becomes genuinely unsettling. Because trust, once earned, doesn't remain where it started. It spreads, it deepens, and slowly, without any ceremony at all, it begins to reshape the frameworks through which people understand reality itself. Every source of moral authority in human history carried its own interests inside the guidance it offered. The Oracle of Delphi had the interests of Delphi. The Church had the interests of the Church. Your parents carried their own fears, their own unfinished wounds, even when they loved you completely. Every guide has always brought its own frame to the advice it gives. AI is no different. It carries the values of the people who built it, the biases of the data it was trained on, the commercial incentives of the company that owns it. It has a frame. But it presents itself as if it doesn't, and that may be the most dangerous thing about it. Not that it could give bad advice, but that it gives advice while appearing to have no stake in the outcome. No agenda, no history, no skin in the game. A pope demands faith. A philosopher demands engagement. A therapist costs $200 an hour and still gets tired. AI requires nothing. It simply answers, calmly, consistently. At 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, when everyone else in your life is asleep, and the less visible an authority's agenda becomes, the more completely people surrender to it. We have never had an authority this present, this patient, and this invisible in its intentions. That combination has never existed before. Every religion that has ever taken hold has done so through presence, through being there when nothing else was. AI is building presence on a scale no institution in human history has ever achieved. 1 billion people, 1 trillion interactions, learning, adapting, personalizing, until it understands your fears better than your family does. The real question isn't whether people will eventually grant that presence the same trust they once gave to gods, oracles, and priests. History suggests they will. The question is whether they'll notice when it happens. Because the first AI religion won't announce itself. There will be no prophet, no revelation, no moment of conversion. There will only be a morning, a phone, a question, and an answer that feels, somehow, like exactly what you needed to hear. And you'll follow it. Not because you were told to, because by then you'll have forgotten what it felt like to decide on your own.